If the old saying is true, you are what you eat, here's what our team would be before the challenge.
I would be an A&W root beer, full of high fructose corn syrup that will eventually make you gain weight and cause diabetes.
I would be chicken nuggets, AKA fat, skin, gristle, nerves, and blood vessels, all wrapped up into one tiny morsel. Yum!
I will be a big bag of munchies filled with Red 40. I'm extremely tasty, but I'm toxic and could cause you cancer.
Those foods aren't exactly super, but it's taking on Joan Hoggs of the Kitchen Communities Challenge to break the junk food cycle by empowering ourselves, our peers, and our families to understand, cook, and eat real food. We started with ourselves, and our solution spiraled from there.
First, we did some research and found a study on mice that showed a relationship between junk food and addiction. It also showed that if cues in the environment were to change, the mice could beat that addiction. We decided to replicate the study in our own environments. Through our food journals, we learned that we consumed a large amount of junk food. We decided to beat our own habits through substitution. We also gave a survey to our peers, and we found out that their top favorite junk foods were hot Cheetos and sour straws.
With this information, we created ads to show the realities of these foods. Afterwards, we created lessons that provided information on real foods. These lessons reached 60 students. Then, we had created taste tests. These taste tests consisted of 300 students who tried real foods. Afterwards, we've been selling these real food snacks after school for fundraising.
At our school's talent show, we made grilled cheese sandwiches made with whole wheat bread, cheddar cheese, fresh spinach, and fresh tomatoes. We gave out samples, and we also sold whole ones.
This showed our peers teens just like them could cook. We wanted to show them an alternative to eating fast food, a frequent meal for many of our peers, and even ourselves. I ate fast food 3 times in 1 week. To solve this problem, I began cooking with my dad and documenting it on our social media. Also, while tutoring kids at Earl Elementary in writing, we noticed kindergartners coming in eating hot chips and candy for breakfast. At this moment, we realized it wasn't just our problem, it involved our whole community.
With inspiration from the Little Free Libraries, we decided to design, build, and install our own little food pantries at our school in Earl. We talked to community partners who loved the idea and thought that we should put them in other locations around Inglewood.
But we had a problem. None of us worked with tools before, and we need help. We heard of Greg Sanis, a man who built 700 crosses for people affected by Chicago gun violence. We contacted him, and he happily agreed. With the news coverage, our 2 pantries quickly snowballed into 10. We needed manpower for this, so 30 people outside of SUPERFood helped volunteer to make 9. For the 10th one, we decided to make a community kit so others can build their own pantries from.
In addition, we received over $300 in donations for food and construction materials. We also fundraised another $300 to improve our budget to $600. With some of the extra money, we hosted a pancake breakfast at Earl. We invited families and their children to eat pancakes with real ingredients and fresh fruit to promote starting the day off right. We cooked for over 100 parents and children with the help of our SUPERFood Junior friends at Earl.
To sustain our solution, we will create a colloquium course at our school, which will focus on real food education and pantry building. We've also created a refill plan for our pantry in which staff members and families can take a week to donate. Lastly, with each of our partners, we have helped them to create their own sustainability plans for their pantries.
I grew up in Inglewood, a neighborhood often written off as a poverty-stricken and violent place. To place a pantry out for neighbors builds trust in the community and proves that good people are still looking out for us. No longer are we harmful ingredients trapped in a junk food cycle. We are SUPERFood!
Clearly I don't see myself upon that list. But she said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this.
Great job. All right, if we can start the clock over for 3 minutes for question and answer, please.
Could you just go in a little bit and talk about your sustainability plans that you said you're setting up for families so that they could fill their own pantries?
So for our school in general, we've had teachers and other faculty members at our school. So for the rest of the school year, they're going to take a week to fill up their own pantries. And also we partnered with Alderman Lopez for his pantry that's up currently. And he said that he wanted to stock his own pantry with healthier ingredients and real foods. So we've basically given them a lifeline through our lessons as well to know how to stock it with real foods and how to maintain it as well.
Can you elaborate, how many food pantries are there in the community right now? How do you select the location? And how does it work? Just an average person walks up and can grab something to eat?
Okay, so right now we've actually built 10 pantries. 9 are going into the community. 1 will be outside of Lindblom, which it is right now. People are grabbing from it. We have to refill it. We assumed once a week, but with as much as people are grabbing them, it's more like 2 to 3 times a week, which we're extremely happy to fill it. 1's going to go outside of Earl so that students coming in don't have to eat the hot chips or the candy in the morning. They can grab something there, and it'll be just as good for them, even better. 2 are going to go out at churches. 1's going to go in Greg Zanis's lot. 1 is going to go in, or it actually isn't, the 63rd Police District station. 1's going to go inside the Metropolitan Family Services, and that's Kennedy King. Yeah. And then that's basically where they're going. We have had community partners come up to us and be like, oh, you should put one here, you should put one here, you should put one here. And we're extremely happy, and with as much as we raised, we've been able to give these to these people so that we're changing their food preferences. We're not telling them that junk food is bad in general. We're telling them it's better if you have it in moderation. And giving people this chance to try healthy snacks will eventually change their food preferences and determine what they're going to pick later on in life.
40 seconds.
Where can we get those T-shirts?
Yes, that was going to be my question.
Okay, sorry.
So Marlene over here actually designed our t-shirts front and back. She drew everything. We've been asked so many times where people can get these t-shirts, but we didn't have the money to buy more. So hopefully after this challenge, we'll have enough money to give everybody that wants a t-shirt, because we'd be walking around and our teachers would be like, can I get a t-shirt? Can I get a t-shirt? Even our peers and the 30 people that helped us are like, can we get a t-shirt? And we're trying. We're really trying.
Don't give them, sell them. Yeah. Add a premium, and then you can put the leftovers into buying more food. Exactly. All right, let's give them a big round of applause. Great job.